Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let's continue our discussions on meanings. Today, we are focusing on the meaning of words. But when we are studying semantics, the popular word meaning is often said as lexical relation, or the discussions of lexical relations. Okay, last meeting we already talked about the notions of phonological form, phonological word versus orthographic words, and then those the comprehension on those notions are very needed in this discussion. Well, before we talk further about the lexical relations, let's discuss the notions of homophony, homography, and homonymy. What is homophony? Homophony is a lexical relations in which two different lexical items share identical phonological form. For example, I just give you one example. You can find other examples on the pages that I recommended you to read. Let's say Cecilia. Cecilia is a nice girl. She's a nice friend of us. She is willing to make us some cakes, okay? And of course, don't let her buy the ingredients. Let us prepare the ingredients. When we ask Cecilia what ingredients should we prepare, she mentions margarine, sugar, eggs, flour, such as rose bran flowers. Okay, and then Cecilia prepared us a cake, and then we have to say thank you. We have to express our gratitude to Cecilia, and just let's say prepare flower. Let's say rose flower. Okay. Rose bran is a brand of flower, and then rose is a flower. Flower. They are homo. What is homo? Same. But Fauzi, they are different. They are different lexical items. Yes, I know that they are different lexical items. And also different spelling, different orthographic form. Yes, they are different orthographically, but they are identical. They are homo phonologically. That is the reason why rose bran flower and rose flower are homophones. What are homophones? Okay, they are in homophony. What is homophony? Homophony is a lexical relation in which two different lexical items share the same phonological form. Okay, yeah. Let's come to homography. Let me give an illustration again. Let's say Cecilia, and now let's come to Maria and Joseph. Yeah, everybody knows that Joseph is a very annoying boy. Why? Maria and Joseph had relation for almost 8 months. And you know what happened yesterday? Joseph wrote something on a piece of paper, and then he gave the paper to his friend, and then his friend gave it to Maria. You know what Joseph wrote down on the paper after 8 months having relationship? Joseph wrote, "It is better for us just be friends." Okay. Maria was very shocked reading that simple sentence. That sentence. And what happened after that? Maria decided to tear the letter, and then not long after that, teardrops were rolling down from Maria's eyes. She decided to tear the letter. How do you spell tear? T-E-A-R. What happened after that? Teardrops were rolling down from Maria's eyes. How do you spell tear? T-E-A-R. The same. They are the same orthographically. But Pak Fauzi, they are different phonologically. Yes, they are different phonologically, but they are the same orthographically. That is the reason why tear and tear are called homograph, because they are same orthographically. Once again, what is homophony? Homophony is a relationship. Homophony is a lexical relation in which two different lexical items share identical phonological form. What about homography? Homography is a lexical relation in which lexical items in which two different lexical items share identical orthographic form. Okay, please find out examples of homophones and homographs on the pages that I recommended you to read. Now let's come to the notions of homonymy. What is homonymy? Let me start with the definition. Homonymy is a lexical relation in which two different lexical items share identical phonological form and also the orthographic form. For example, this tool can open the Coca-Cola can. This tool, okay, can open the, what you call it, Coca-Cola can. It can open here. What is the meaning of can here? Able to. Coca-Cola can, tin. Okay, how many cans can a canner can? If the canner can cans, how many tins can a tin maker make? If the tin maker can make tins. Okay, let's focus on can able and then can, what you call that? A can of Coca-Cola. So they are an example of homonyms. What is homonymy, everybody? Homonymy is a relationship between what you call that? Two different lexical items that share identical phonological form and orthographic form. Okay, how many cans? Okay, can a canner can? If the canner cans. How many cans? Cans here is the tins, and then can a canner can here is make cans. If the canner can able can, okay, can here are the, what you call that, yeah, so a set of homonymy actually, different from polysemy. So you have to differ homonymy, homophony, homography, and homonymy, and polysemy. For example, you know, when we are talking about homophony, homography, homonymy, we are dealing with different lexical items. But when we are talking about polysemy, we are talking different lexical items which still share similarity in meanings. For example, screen, you know, screen of computer, okay, and then screen of the car, okay, the front part of the car, so it's also screen, and then the screen of the boat, okay. So they are different lexical items, but they still share the what you call that similar meanings. In Indonesian language, I give you examples. Remember, Indonesian, not bahasa. Okay, I don't want to listen that you use bahasa when you speak in English. Okay, Indonesian language. Okay, let me give you an example in Indonesian language. For example, kepala, right? Someone came to an office, so he wanted to see the hat. I mean, the what you call that? The hat of the office, and then he came to the receptionist in Indonesian. Permisi Mbak, saya ingin bertemu dengan Bapak Kepala di sini. Okay, and then the what you call it, the receptionist hat was itchy, and then his friends called, kepala lu kenapa gitu? Ya nih kepala gue gatel. Okay, and then the what you call that, the guest wanted to see the kepala of the hat, the kepala of the office, and then the kepala of receptionist was itchy, and then because itchy, and then when she wrote something wrong happened, aduh salah lagi nih gara-gara kepala gua gatel, saya pinjam ini dong tip X lo gitu loh. Okay. And then another receptionist lend her correction pen. Okay, itu kok bisa dipakai sih? Okay, ya gimana lu bisa dipakai, itu kepalanya lu belum buka. Oh iya ya, gara-gara kepala gua gatel tadi. Okay, the kepala was itchy, and then the receptionist couldn't use the correction pen, what you call that, the correction pen, because she forgot to open the kepala. Okay, let's come back to the guest, and then the guest was waiting for the what you call it. Oh ya Mbak, silakan Bapak Kepala sudah menunggu. Oh iya Mas, Bapak Kepala sudah menunggu Mas di lantai atas. Okay, you can see kepala of the correction pen, and then kepala of the hat of the office are in polysemy relations. Okay, please write down the explanations and the examples of polysemy on the pages that I recommended here: homophony, homography, homonymy, and polysemy. After this, we are continuing to the discussions of other lexical relationships, and I think before we continue, I would like to underline philosophical matters. When we want to understand a meaning of a certain entity, it often easier for us when we relate that entity into another entity. It is easier for us to compare that entity into another entity. For example, if I want to understand someone, whether he is a boy or a girl, so I see the relation between that someone to another one. So I name that someone is a girl because I see the similarity between that someone to other ones who are girls. And I also label her girl because I see similarity, differences between that, what you call that someone to other ones who are boys. Okay, I would like to underline, when we want to get the meaning of something, if we want to grab the meaning of something, it is easier for us to relate that entity to other entity. That is the reason why when we are talking lexical relations, so we are dealing with synonymy, antonymy, hyponymy, meronymy. Let me explain you synonymy. What is synonymy? Synonymy is a lexical relation in which two different lexical items, okay, are related because of the certain similarities. For example, big. What is the meaning of big? Can you explain the meaning of big? Big is large, Pak Fauzi. Okay. Okay. What is senang? Senang is bahagia, Pak Fauzi. Okay. So they are synonyms. What is synonymy? Synonymy is a relation in which synonyms are related to each other. But when we are talking about synonyms, remember, so there is an important notion, an important dichotomy of denotative meaning versus connotative meaning. What is the, what you call that, the synonym of small? Little. But I'm asking you, do you use phrase small girl or little girl? As far as I know, I almost never say small girl, but little girl. Exactly. Although small is the synonym of little, but small has got its own connotative meaning. Girl has got its own connotative meaning. Although they have got the same denotative meaning. Small and girl, small and little have got the same denotation. Denotation here, denotative meaning of small and little are dealing with the what you call that, yeah, not big and size, okay. But small has got general connotation, but because girl is dealing with cute things, little has got cute connotation. Okay, you see, small and little have got the same denotation, but they have got different connotation. Let's say words in Indonesian language, for example. Let's come to our campus, Universitas Ibnu Khaldun. And then when I say, coba yang cowok duduk sebelah sini ya, yang cewek duduk sebelah sana ya. And then some of you who are dealing with the halakoh, okay, the LDK, okay, warn me, excuse me Pak Fauzi, I think it is better for you to use ikhwan versus akhwat instead of cowok versus cewek. And then I say, why? So, cowok and ikhwan are just synonymous. They are synonyms. Yes, Pak Fauzi, cowok and ikhwan are, each of them have got the same, both of them have got the same denotation. They are not girls. Okay. Cowok has got very general connotation, while ikhwan has got Islamic connotation. Okay. Yeah. You see? Remember, when we are talking about synonyms, you have to be smart in choosing which one has got the appropriate connotation depending on the context. So we are going to talk about context later. Okay, we already talk about synonyms. Synonymy are lexical relation in which two different lexical items share similarities in meanings. And then let's come to antonymy. What is antonymy? Antonymy is a lexical relation in which two different lexical items share opposites. Okay, so antonyms are opposites. Okay, what is the opposite of small? Big. the opposite of the opposite of small is large. Okay, the opposite of big is the opposite of little is big. Okay. But when we are talking about synonymy, we have to pay attention to the notions of denotation versus connotation. When we are talking about antonymy, when we are talking about opposites, we have to pay attention to the dichotomy of complementary antonyms versus gradable antonyms. Let me explain complementary antonyms. What is complementary antonyms? If you are studying logic, if no, then if X, if not X, then Y. If not X, then Y. In Indonesian, jika tidak mati, maka hidup. Jika tidak hidup, maka mati. Tidak ada di tengah-tengahnya. There is mati and hidup are completely complementary antonyms. But there is in between, no. There is a border. There is a very clear line between dead and alive. Punten Pak, bukannya ada sekarat? I am asking you. When someone is in his or her sakratul maut, is he or is she still alive or is she already dead? Masih hidup sih Pak. Exactly. The sakratul, there is a line when Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala takes the soul, so that is the very, what you call that, significant point. So there is a border, exact border between life and death. I am telling you, life and death is a good example of complementary antonyms. Okay, please get well informed with the idea of complementary antonyms by reading the pages that I recommended you. Besides complementary antonyms, there are gradable antonyms. Okay. For example, when Antonius asked Agnes, Bernadette, for example, Bernadette, do you love me? Okay, and then Bernadette say no. Okay, so does it mean that you hate me? No, I don't hate you. But you said you don't love me. So the opposite of love is hate. No. Oh, so it means that you love me. No, I don't love you, Antonius. So you don't love me. So it means that you hate me. No, I don't hate you either. Okay. Yeah, you see, the opposite of love is not hate, because hate and love are in a range. Love, like very much, like, not really like, okay, don't like, really don't like, hate. So they are on, what you call that? Continuum. They are in a continuum, they are in a range. Okay, for example, adverbs of frequency are also lexical items in gradable antonyms. So the opposite of always is not never, but they are in a range. Never, usually, often, occasionally, always, usually, normally, often, sometimes, seldom, rarely, occasionally, hardly ever, never. Okay. Again, I'm telling you, when you are talking about synonymy, you have to pay attention to the notion of denotation versus connotation. When you are talking about what you call that? Antonymy, you have to pay attention to the difference between gradable antonyms versus complementary antonyms. There are two other lexical relations that I would like to explain to you, namely hyponymy and meronymy. What is hyponymy? Before I give the definition, let me give you a song. Okay. And I'm sure that I am going to sing a song for you, and then please give the title of my song. Okay? Are you ready? The song is what is it? Jasmine, daffodil, rose. Jasmine, daffodil, rose. Jasmine, daffodil, jasmine, daffodil, jasmine, daffodil, rose. What is the title? Well, let me see. Let me change the song. The song is I will sing a song, and then please give the title. Monkey, crocodile, cat. Monkey, crocodile, cat. Monkey, crocodile, monkey, crocodile, monkey, crocodile, cat. Okay, what is the title of the song? Yes, animals. And then what is the title of what is it? Lily, daffodil, rose. Lily, daffodil. Oh, okay, the title is flower. So how could you know that the title of monkey, crocodile, cat is animals? Because I mentioned you the subordinates. Okay, the what you call that? The hyponyms. The hyponyms. Monkey, crocodile, cats are the hyponyms, and they are subordinates. And the what you call that? The superordinate is animal. So hyponymy is a lexical relations when what you call that? There are hyponyms that belong to the same hypernym. Animal is hypernym, and then monkey, crocodile, cats, tiger, giraffes are the hyponyms. Animal is hypernym in a hyponymy relation. Okay, the last lexical relation that I would like to explain is meronymy. Meronymy seems like hyponymy but different. Let me give you another song, and then please give the title for the song. Ready? The song is head, shoulders, knees and toes, and knees and toes, and knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, eyes, ears, mouth, nose. What is the title of the song? Yes, parts of body. Different from hyponymy, in which the subordinates become the hyponyms, and the what you call that? The subordinate, and then this one is the what you call it? The subordinate, the top one is the hypernym. Yeah, they are members. Okay, members of types of the hyponyms are the types of the hyponyms are the types of the hypernym. But in meronymy, the subordinates, okay, are the parts of the hypernym. Okay, so they are what is meronymy? Meronymy is a lexical relation in which the subordinates are the parts of the hypernyms. Well, everybody, I think that's all that I can explain you today. Let me repeat. We already talked about homophony, homography, and homonymy. They are also lexical relations. Okay, and then homophony, homography, and homonymy should be differentiated from polysemy. And then there is a lexical relation so-called synonymy, which should be differentiated from antonymy. Remember, when we are talking about synonymy, we have to pay attention to the notion of denotation versus connotation, and when we are talking about antonymy, we have to pay attention to the gradable antonyms and complementary antonyms. And then please see the differences, the clear differences between hyponymy and meronymy. Okay? Thank you very much for watching this video. I will tell you what you have to do as the follow-up of watching this video. Let me finish this video by saying Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.